Okay, this video is going to be about tips for incoming freshmen into college. I think I'm gonna do two separate videos, one for traditional incoming freshmen and one for non-traditional incoming freshmen. I rarely edit my longer videos, so it's just gonna be like this.
Just in case I'm not enough of a freak already, let's add a tiara!
Tip number one for traditional incoming freshmen, I would say if you even are thinking about or considering running for anything, any of the pageants, any queen or king positions, whatever case may be, you need to make an impression on your class and everybody you go to school with from day one. Don't be extra, don't be annoying, don't be obvious that you're trying to like get votes before voting even starts. Just be a very active student. Yeah. That way when campaigning does start, they already know who you are. You're already cool. You already like, oh yeah, I know, she always, or he always, you know what I mean. They know you. Tip number two, you need to really know yourself. By the way, these tips are not in order. You need to really know yourself. Living on campus, I think you have to be full-time, which is like 12 credit hours. But I do know a lot of people take 15 credit hours, which would be like 5 classes per semester. Don't do that if you know you burn out quickly. Speaking from experience and just the type of person that I am, you don't want to have to withdraw and you don't want to have to fail classes. You don't want to do that, period. Because if you fail classes, you probably have to take them over. And I heard that sometimes financial aid doesn't pay, or they don't pay at all for those retake classes. So it's better to get it right the first time and try your best the first time. Don't bite off more than you can freaking chew. Again, speaking from experience, and I'm still learning how to do this myself. So yeah, because in the moment, especially when school starts or school's about to start, you got all this like excitement and you think you can handle it, and then you get in it and you're like, bro, too many assignments, too many tests, too much studying, too many different subjects to learn, and then what are we gonna do? We have to thug it out at that point. So yeah, really be honest with yourself. And if you're like still learning yourself, because if you're a traditional incoming student, you will be still learning yourself. Let me think of a good question to see. How would you feel if you had an important test in each class all in the same week? How badly would that stress you out? Because technically that's like final week. So actually that happens in real life. How would you feel? That'll let you know what decision you need to make. Tip number 3, college is not just for the degree, and I don't think anybody should be using college just for the degree. You need to be networking. You need to be making connections. You need to be meeting people. You need to be introducing yourself to people, and really use your intuition and let it guide you to who you need to shake hands with, honestly. There's people that graduate, get their degrees, and they don't go nowhere or do nothing with it. most times it's because they didn't make any connections. Like, you're going to school with future doctors, future lawyers, future filmmakers. You need to know them. They need to know you. Y'all need to become acquaintances, or, you know, familiar with each other, because you might need them one day and they might need you. So there's no point of being strangers to everybody on campus. Like, make connections. And to do this, a lot of people join organizations or clubs, or whatever the case may be. I would go a step further and say not to just join, if you're Black, not to just join the primarily Black organizations. Step out. Actually, I would even say try a club or organization of something you've never done before or even thought about doing. Like, if my school had an archery club, I would for sure join it. I've done archery in like high school or whatever, but I actually like archery, and I wish that we had an archery club. And no, I'm not going to start it because I'm not familiar enough with archery to be doing that. But stuff like that, like, maybe I'm being like judgmental, or not judgmental, maybe I'm being, or just assuming, but I would think that an archery club wouldn't have primarily Black people in it. It's good to be familiar in all races, in all cultures, and stuff like that. Don't just stick to your own kind. You can if you want to, but I don't recommend it. It also definitely depends on what is your goal in the first place. Like, if you want to become a doctor, you're not gonna only be working with Black doctors. So why would you only network with Black people? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. I'm sure I have some other tips, but because I'm going off of the dome, I don't really know. So I'm just gonna stop this one right here. One, because my attention span is short, so I would assume that my audience attention span is kind of short. But I'll probably make another video, maybe a more organized one. But I do hope this helps. Bye.